Hey everyone, I'm AK Motions. If you watch my animations frequently, you most likely stick around for the fight scenes. I've had a lot of comments as of recently asking me how I do stuff like this, whether it's my run cycle, how to make the character's punches seem more impactful, what I did to get so good at fight choreography in general. Honestly, my answer in text form might disappoint you because it's not necessarily a tutorial video. But I usually tell people to watch action movies or shows. Specifically, I tell people to watch Red vs. Blue.
Are you fucking kidding me? Run!
Because that's my main inspiration for my fight scenes. I would suggest studying the movements by playing the scene at 0.25 speed, but I'm going to go more in-depth on my response by going through frame by frame in one of my animation scenes. Let's start with the run cycle. When using mega constructs, for most animators, it's no surprise that the legs can be a pain to deal with. In my experience of beginning stop-motion animation, I tried to avoid animating my characters running, because it looked stupid and I was terrible at it. If you look back at my old stop-motions, you notice that the camera seemed to always be at a wide shot, even for the action sequences. You always saw the full body in motion. Now in one of my newer videos, you can see a wider variety of angles, close-ups, medium shots, bird's eye views. Based throughout my experiences, I can tell you that making a stop motion with only wide shots does not work for many reasons, obviously. But mainly because of these pieces of crap. The legs. If I told you that most of my newer stop motion videos you could only really ever see the character's feet in a kick motion or in a fall motion. Because of the beauty of the medium shot. In a medium shot, you hardly ever see below the waist, therefore you do not have to worry about these pieces of crap. Let me show you how my run cycle looks from a medium shot. Great, right? Here's that run cycle from a wide shot. Looks great, right? No. There's a valid reason to why you never see the feet of my characters while running or in combat, and now hopefully you understand. However, medium shots are so extremely helpful and can take away so much time off your hands, not having to worry about the leg placement. You will have long shot scenes in your videos, like it or not. Mostly these scenes would involve walking, which is easy, but I'll go over that in another video. We're focusing on the run cycle. You can't always hide behind a medium shot because that would be boring and lazy. Any movie needs a variety of shots, and I'll go over those in a different video as well. But when dealing with a wide shot, you actually have to worry about the legs. Here's the clip. As you can see, not too bad. Mainly in a walk cycle, the foot would only move one stub forward at a time, maybe two. But in a run, the character moves more like 3 or 4. In this clip, it's hard to see, but one of the characters does move 3 stubs forward. I'll show you in a wide shot what a run cycle should look like. You might need some clay to keep them standing, but the important thing to take note of is the fact that the man's back went from straight standing to slightly bent forward. This will make a run cycle look more impacted, or faster, or cooler, or whatever. Anyways, the next thing to take note are the arms. If you go to the internet and just simply search for sprinting, you notice that the arm swinging back is not at a 90-degree angle, like the one swinging forward is. It's more of a 135-degree angle, which is a simple detail that actually makes a big difference. Let me show you what a run cycle looks like with both arms always at 90 degrees. And here's one without. Some of you also may say real-life sprinting looks nothing like this. Maybe. But when has something normal humans done been more impressive than a movie choreographed version? Would you rather your run cycle look like this, or look like this? Another thing to take note is that the head stays at the same height. It's not gradually getting lower or higher, and trust me, sometimes that can't happen without you noticing. The main important thing to take notice is that when the front leg hits the stud, you have probably 2 to 3 of the easiest pictures to take, because all you're doing is moving the forward leg until it hits the max articulation. while bending the character's back leg forward. If you really wanted to make this run cycle look professional, you could make the characters lift up off the ground using the eraser tool, which wouldn't be that hard as long as you mark the stub row the feet are going to land on. If you look up sprinting once again, you'll probably see two poses the most, because they are definitely the most important for the build-up. This frame is taken right before his right leg swings forward and his left leg swings backwards. And this frame is taken at the max leverage he could build up before he has to spring back for his next step. These frames you cannot leave out. The run cycle is literally an endless cycle and should only take 8 or 9 frames to reach where you began again. The first frame is most likely this one. The next frame is going to be the halfway mark between the minimum and the maximum. And the next frame will be the maximum, using clay to keep the character on his heel. This frame also requires the character to move slightly ahead of the camera to get the sense of the character is moving forward significantly. Next frame should be his leg hitting the stud and preparing for his next windup. And then this boring looking picture will be when both arms are meeting each other while swinging forward and backwards. The leg should still be behind until the next frame, and the whole process starts all over again. If you didn't notice, I talked a lot about red versus blue in the beginning of this, because the one who animated it, Monty Ohm, was one of, if not the best fight choreographers. I haven't been able to find a single one I find cooler than his. He's like the George Lucas of animation. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope to make more of this as time progresses. Let me know what tutorial you would like to see next, and I will see you soon.